insane. Oh, that's where we were earlier. This might be one of our tough spots. Usually it does. Almost every time I've been to North Georgia, the sunsets are pretty insane. Let's see how it goes. I had to wrap up a few shots for a client project, and so we took the opportunity to get a weekend away.
There's nothing like a summer shower up here.
Right, yeah.
It's totally different from other places.
Yeah. All right, cool. Is there anything that you recommend that we see in this area?
The Gorge.
We decided on a campground that had a covered picnic area in case the rain was here to stay. It was close to town and the parks I needed to shoot in. A few minutes after we arrived, the sun started to peek out, and so we took off. We drove carelessly through the windy roads, stopping at any turn-in that looked like it might have a view. And the sunset did not disappoint. We woke up early the next morning to wait in line for a Tallulah Gorge floor permit, and then headed back to camp for breakfast. We don't own a stove for some reason, so all of our meals have to be hooked over the fire, which is more time consuming, but there is almost nothing I love more than a fire in the morning after camping. hike through the gorge was really fun. There's not a clearly defined path in parts of it, so you're hiking alongside the river. It reminded me a lot of being a kid, running through the woods behind my mom's house along our little creek, just on a slightly bigger scale. It was 95 degrees that day, so we took every opportunity that we could to jump in the river. This is insane. And then our quest for some good local tomatoes led us to one of summer's greatest pleasures. Drove up Black Rock Mountain, and as we were driving along the parkway, we noticed this little path off to the right. We found ourselves at this insane view where we ate dinner and reflected on our trip so far. We've been here 24 hours, and I haven't even thought about Atlanta one time. Like, we're not that far away from Atlanta, but it just feels like a different world. Keeps looking. Oh, there's so many. We woke up the next morning to what we assumed would be our last day. And with plans to explore downtown Clayton a bit and then go swimming, we fueled up and got ready to go.
Back a ways you'd find what else I own in the trunk of that damned old car. Don't know what blew, but it's smoking like hell, and man, it sure don't sound good.
I had found this waterfall while searching on Google Maps, and when we arrived and I saw the road ahead, I knew that we made the right decision.
It dragged my bones all the way to California, but it sure ain't taking me home.
The forest was so vast, and the trees were dense in some places and then really spread out in others. So we took our time heading down the trail, looking at all the flowers and wild berries that we could see, before settling at the top of one waterfall for a dip. And this water was much cooler than the lake in the gorge from yesterday, which was definitely a welcome change. We were originally planning on going back to Atlanta, but we were kind of looking on the map to see what else was around us and saw Trey Mountain on the map and saw some dispersed campsites up here as well. So we went and got some supplies and then headed up the road, and it was quite the drive. In moments like this, I'm so happy I have a truck. This is an experience that we wouldn't have been able to do, with a different type of car. So we drove up and we're kind of near the summit of the mountain, and the campsite that we're gonna go to is past a closed road, but there's one right behind me. And then the trail up to the summit is in front of me. So I think we're just gonna hang out here for the night and then get up for sunrise and hike to the summit. We were definitely craving something like this, after being, surrounded by people. It didn't feel like a real serene camping experience. It poured throughout the entire night, but cleared up as we were waking. And even though the sunrise didn't pan out as we expected, it was well worth the trip to see the rolling blue mountains covered in fog. A satisfying end to another summer adventure.